Even if you shout at a place like this, nobody will give a shit. Gives a shit. What is actually true? Let's continue. Surrounded by people, and everyone around me is an idiot. Okay, I didn't say that loudly. I'll say that more loudly. Everyone around me is an idiot. There are people here who have no future, no direction. They don't read any books, are too worried about their social circumstances, Facebook followers, Instagram stuff, to bother with what life actually has to offer. And I'm actually kind of disappointed by this. I thought at least someone would pay attention. No one.
Me, with the biggest fear being social anxiety, was going towards the fear. So whatever I was scared of is what I wanted to do more of. For social anxiety, it was I had an anxiety coach. One of the things he told me was the first thing he told me was go to Sydney Harbour Bridge, Darling Harbour, where it's populated by a lot of people, random people. Go there and speak for 10 minutes loudly on your phone. Like have someone record you for 10 minutes loudly and speak about your favourite movie as loud as you can. And what you can notice is every single person couldn't care less. And I did that. Eventually, it took me 4 weeks to do it, but I did it. And when I did that task, I realized no one actually cares.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna repeat the same Barbie chant. Barbie is shit. They spent so much money on the marketing. They spent more money on the marketing than they did on the actual movie's budget. If they had done that, it might have been better. But for some reason, they chose not to do that. Instead, they just went along with the shittiest script they had and just thought that people will love it because they have been buying Barbie dolls for a very long time. That is so inconsistent. I mean, you know what I mean? You know, and why everyone is an idiot who actually watches it. Why do people pay so much attention and spend their money? I can't understand why someone would actually go out of their way to go out there and watch Barbie at the cinema. Just buy a bloody doll. Who cares? And still, no matter what, Tom Cruise is still a lot more attractive than Barbie or Ken will ever be. Don't forget that. Top Gun Maverick, probably the best movie ever in the whole world. And nothing can be better than Top Gun Maverick. No movie ever will be more impressive than Top Gun Maverick. I don't know why it hasn't won an Oscar yet. It really deserves an Oscar. Yet despite that, it's still just, people just ignored it. That's so sad. It's so random, right? And regardless of all of those things, he's still a pretty guy. He's making the next Mission Impossible, which, by the way, is going to be really amazing. I'm looking forward to Mission Impossible 7 or 8 or whatever is coming out. I haven't watched the trailer yet, but who cares? Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. Do there? Almost 10 minutes. That was a fun experience, a fun test. I seriously feel like I'm surrounded by noise at this point. If someone was to have a stroke in the middle of this environment, nobody will pay attention. Everyone is too busy looking at themselves. And there are people here. Strange, isn't it? Anyways, I'm going home. Need to go on to the next shift. So, that was fun. Let's do that again sometime. Actually, let's continue doing it. Barbie sucks. Barbie is the worst movie ever. Seriously. They need to give it if there was an Oscar for the worst movie out there, Barbie will probably get it. Enough for today at least. That Top Gun Maverick is the best movie you will ever watch. So go out there, give it a shot. And this is probably nonsense, but who gives a shit? Even though you're surrounded by people, nobody cares. This is one of the things I find so surprising in this world. There's a lot of noise around here. But let's continue embarrassing ourselves. So, yes, Where were we? We were at Top Gun Maverick. Do you remember the last scene when he just takes the flying jets and fights against the 4th generation, 5th generation fighters? That was pretty cool, right? Probably one of the most hyped up scenes in the whole movie. It was really nice. And then how Hangman comes in and saves the day. That was very impressive. But most importantly, more than all of that, I really liked the female leads in that one. You would notice they put in a lot of effort in the selection process. Did they? Who gives a shit? Either way, it was very I'm running out of things to say on this one. Let's continue on. The opening was amazing, how he gets thrown off the bar and how everyone starts to make fun of him, and next day they realize that he's their future teacher. It was actually strange how they didn't think he would. Why didn't they just give him the jet at the start? Why did they wait so long for it? Pretty interesting, right? Pretty strange. But despite that, actually cares. No one literally cares. No one gives a shit. Why is that? But let's talk about Barbie. Because, well, I haven't watched it, but you know how good Ken was? Ken was just so handsome in the movie. And I don't know why people don't give him enough credit. Ryan Gosling is just amazing. He's just the most good-looking guy ever. And despite his good looks, I don't know why he married his current wife. He could be with so many ladies. Like, he can select every day who he wants to be with, regardless of the circumstances or the problems. He can do so much, yet he chooses not to. Isn't that strange? Why Barbie of all people? Sorry. You need to actually focus on all of those things. Not everyone is paying attention and looking at your surroundings. It's been just 5 minutes. Continue. I feel like I'm not gaining enough attention. So, Barbie. And we're almost at a stage in life where all of these movies are not being good anymore. Their quality is starting to drop. People need to pay more attention and make better quality movies. You know, like, they should have a Ken in every single movie out there. Ken needs more attention. I loved the pink hairs, you know. The pink hairs were so wonderful that I almost puked myself when I watched it. But still, regardless of all of that, a pretty decent movie. Pretty good movie, right? Wrong. As if that alone was enough to actually make it good. No matter how much effort you put in, Barbie will always suck. It will never be. Honest opinion is I'm just rambling shit around to see if there's anyone who pays attention. But yeah, go to a public place and embarrass yourself. Nobody will care. Because nobody's actually listening. Everyone is too worried about themselves to be bothered with Kens or Barbies or Oppenheimers. Even Tom Cruise, you say his name, unless you're really screaming, which is your target to gain attention, nobody will actually care. You know what I'm saying, right? And regardless of all of that, so why do you care about the people around you? It's so easy to just filter everything out. Even those who are walking in front don't really pay any attention. And you think people are worried about you. Seriously? Not this place. Not this environment, not this surrounding. Back to the square. 7.5 minutes in. I'm running out of things to say. Let's go in a more public area. Here, a few disclaimer items. I have nothing against Barbie, okay? I haven't even watched the movie yet, to be honest. But I just dissed it because everyone likes it and I wanted to see if anyone will pay attention to that. I don't like Top Gun Maverick either that much. It is just the movie that comes to my head when I think about movies. Because I did like it. I did enjoy it. It was a good movie, but not the way I elaborated it in the video. But yes, keep that in mind. I have nothing against Barbie.